Yunar Karma.
Yunar Karma. So not a massive amount of engage, but it doesn't actually really matter because they outrange this so far. Not necessarily on the bottom side of the map. The Ezreal will be able to take pot shots and things like that, but the Jace should be able to threaten with these shot blasts.
What is the engage to kill this Yunara?
Like, well, Career might be showing us. The problem is, if you do choose an engage support, this lane is not going to be fun. And instead, all right, this is a way to do it. Just go for a bit of an all-in.
So this is, to me,
we have seen the Taliyah versus Ryze matchup right here. We can see things working out relatively evenly in level 1, but that we've seen quite a few times with the Rylai's second. Hook going to connect, as Carrier will just not really mind because it's level 1.
Really standing close to, standing close to a hook.
Oh, and there it is! Not going to quite have level 2 just yet, so Pei's not going to get knocked up, but that could have been worse.
Once he has a few more levels in him.
Oh. Lucid does discover Oner. Yeah, he just does come on through there. But Showmaker making his way over here as well. Has to deal with the rocks as at least the seismic shove does not quite connect.
Hasn't, led to a massive lead, speaking of agency.
Yeah, there's the knock-up onto Faker. Showmaker in a little bit of trouble, gets the heal as the flash comes out. Career had already thrown the hook though.
But one to be sure.
Bit of extra money, certainly feels good. As now Doran dives on top of Shu. Oh, and actually Smash is taking teleport. Interesting one, as the flash hook not going to quite connect there.
So it does make a lot of sense to go for TP, especially on the losing lane as Faker.
Yeah, is going to try and shove back Lucid, who gets himself out of there. The Q is going to miss though, and so Faker will survive.
What I mean is, this lead isn't a huge one. Is Carrier?
Yeah, is going to be face tanking here, and down he will go. Lucid able to pick up first blood. True Shot Barrage helping out. Carrier here on the Karma, so not going to be backing him up with too much extra as now Oner and Faker do find Showmaker, but he does move himself out of the way. Q going to connect there onto Oner as the kick. Let's see whether it does actually come on down. Exhaust comes through, but he then misses the hook. Unfortunate there for Career. Ghost and ulti going to be helping him out there. The flash forward from Showmaker, though, that actually catches Jonas Strong off guard, and that's another kill for Lucid. This time the hook is going to connect, but there was no one else there. And so Oner is going to turn that into an engage for himself, but only has Carrier backing him up.
The Lee Sin here, we said he didn't really have lanes to play through, but he's found opportunities. Ashiu, I don't know if this is an opportunity.
Oh, he gets a flash kind of as a freebie. Oh dear, Lucid going to be able to at least stop him from backing out of the way, but we know that there's no one coming. There's no teleport on this team, nothing at all, and so that is just going to be an easy one picked up here by the DK jungler. Make that 3-0. So feeling pretty comfortable on this Yunara. A looming threat, you could say, as that Realm Warp was optimistic at best, and Showmaker will be going down as T1 pick up their first kill of the game. That's a max range hook, very nicely done there, as Carrier's burning down. Takes the Blitzcrank for a walk, though, and he will get snared.
He's here on the side of Dplus in this relatively safe Ezreal. They have a lot of this. Here comes the Taliyah wall.
Yeah. T1 looking for an angle towards Career, and there's the flash from Oner. Gets the flash out of Career, but he's a little bit late on that one. Seismic Shove going to push him back, and even through the ulti, he is very, very dead.
One have kind of decided they want to start using their globals.
Well, Lucid has also decided that he wants to kick Doran into a Scion. That was beautifully played. Carrier is going to be there, and everyone else is turning up as well. Lucid will break the tether and then safeguards away. Going to be able to take them on a merry jaunt through the jungle. As Showmaker getting some plates on the other side. Let's see whether Lucid can actually execute himself. He might actually be, never mind. Faker is able to get it, and there's even an assist over for Carrier.
TP here from Doran.
Yeah, it's going to bring him towards his bottom side of the map. He's spotted on that ward as Career makes his way down. Does get the knock-up, but there's Carrier here as well. So Career's just really dead. Carrier not as worried about a hook that is now on cooldown.
Pantheon ult.
Yeah, we have Chemtech Soul, as there is the ulti out of Oner, like you were talking about. They just decide to kill Smash. This is kind of what we were talking about, as the eye, I think, is not going to get picked up. It's a double here for Pays, as Lucid going to be able to take the Ryze exit. but I don't think that's really what they wanted because now FaZe is on the board, and this is the problem that they had in the last game.
Yeah, very similar story here, and now they're looking for more.
Yeah, Oner is going to be able to get the stun. Seismic Shove does go wide, though, as Showmaker still getting a fair bit of work done here. Lucid goes in and then tries to go out, but explodes, tethered up there by Career, and Showmaker once again sidesteps, but straight into a spear, and DK have just fallen apart.
It was already a bit rough.
Oh, Showmaker is able to get the phase rush now, so should be able to catch up to Faker momentarily. Let's see whether he gets in range as no flash.
Lucid's here.
Yeah, Lucid is going to try and make something happen. Seismic Shove now on cooldown as there's the mini stun into the wall, and Lucid is able to lock down that kill. So there's a little bit back here for DK.
A little bit of redemption, yeah. All right, feeling better about this one. This also could be a freebie.
Yeah, the flash in from Doran as he looks to just eviscerate Showmaker, and that absolutely works. As now Smash tries to arcane shift himself out of the way, and there is the knock-up onto FaZe. In the meantime, though, as Lucid outplays, finds the angle onto Doran, and the gank in the mid lane does not quite work out. So maybe we were signing the obituary for DK a little early.
I don't know why. I mean, Lucid is also going to die slowly again, it looks like. Don't think he'll be able to get the execute, but
I think he will, because I don't think he's been touched for quite some time.
I just don't think he gets there in time.
Yeah, he needs to die ASAP. As FaZe, let's see whether he hits him with something. No, Slurkle doesn't land, and Lucid is going to dictate his own fate here. Danny will go to a minion. It's all about vengeance today.
And then after they get the kill onto Showmaker, that's when the magic happens here. So watch it from Lucid's perspective.
Yeah, gets it. That was every single kill on DK is Lucid right now, who has got most of the items. He is at least building a heck of a lot of damage. So that is good news. The Scion gonna have to ulti away, otherwise that Seismic Shove could have been problematic. So
the Scion
just don't like it.
But Showmaker may be dead again.
Yeah, Showmaker doesn't like it either, as he is just really dead. Oner going to be able to pick that one up.
Doran also getting his TP back right now. Completes his mana.
Yeah, Career, unfortunately, not going to quite find that hook as, oh god, the Arc of Ruin is just too scary. And Career punished immediately. As soon as that hook's on cooldown, he is just not really able to do much of anything at all, as FaZe still has a bit of ulti running, as still fair bit back, as Showmaker is doing a bunch of work. But Lucid just gonna get shut down by Doran, and they're gonna look for even more. Showmaker under the turret is not able to survive, and the outer will fall at the same time. In the meantime,
and Dplus. Okay, this is optimistic.
Yep. And you know what? Let's see whether he can hit these Mystic shots as the Seismic Shove does connect. Career misses the hook.
Couldn't show up because he didn't have TP.
Oh, there's the kick flash as Faker out of position potentially, but does just shove Lucid back. And now Oner's going to turn up. There's a teleport in from Doran as well. Lucid immediately punished as a hook is going to connect, and the Scion is at least able to get some work done here towards Doran, but he gets a big old shield. We're going to check out a replay for a moment, but now we are back to watching Xiu die. We couldn't actually show on camera what had just happened, and so therefore we just panned away.
Censored!
It certainly is. As we're going to have a look at that replay. Meanwhile in live, Lucid is dying, and Doran is just going to do some flips and land on his head.
Production.
We'll go the lease in.
They really just want to shelter Dplus fans today, and I think it's maybe warranted.
Oh, stationary target. There we go. Never mind. He's just dead. Sometimes you hit the hook, and it's not exactly what you want to see. Xiu's on the wrong side of the wall. Faker also just going to come on in there and eviscerate Smash. Oner turns up as well as Showmaker is just kept out with that Aegis. And Xiu is a zombie, but not for very long. This game is donezo, ladies and gentlemen. T1. Now let's see whether they can do this one, as the hook is going to go wide because Oner is engaging onto Xiu. Endless Hunger has been done for Smash, but the Scion is done. He's just leaving. And the rest of DK now kind of caught with their pants down just a little bit here. Safeguard does get Lucid into the Realm Warp, and so that will get them out as there's a flash hook. I don't think they're going to be able to get over there, as the Q's going to miss some Lucid, and he is just going to be taken for a walk. So there is just a free Baron, and now the Weaver's Wall from Faker as he looks to try and start this fight off. Career taking a lot of damage as he gets a big old shield. There's a flash out from Faker though. True Shot Barrage is decent as Showmaker is stunned up. The hook is going to connect onto Oner, but he survives, and Doran dives into the backline and just destroys them. What was that damage? The Scion is able to punish him, but this is game over, ladies and gentlemen. Pei's able to finish off the Scion, and that'll be the ace, and T1 will march up the mid lane.
Going to Hong Kong, try to fight their way to face old rivals in Gen G.